going to the top of the 8th inning in an 8-2 ball game. And Cougars hosting Cypress here in the first round of the CCC BCA Regionals. Randy Scoville along with Anthony Kenninger. A reminder, by the way, that today's broadcast is student-produced in high definition with students and volunteers from Cuesta Broadcast Communications. You can start your radio high-definition television and film career at Cuesta College. As retired very quickly is going to be Robert Chavarria, and there is one down here in the 8th inning.
Number 7, Parker Stahl.
A nice play on a foul ball over to right field. Next up, Parker Starr, the second baseman. Grounded out and hit and run. He flied up to center, had a double. And also reached on an error back in the 5th inning. 0-1 swings and misses at a low pitch from Andrew Nelson, continuing to go the full distance.
Still only gave up 2 hits outside that one disastrous inning.
Right, and just 1 run. With an 0-2 count here and 1 down. And the breaking pitch, strike 3. So Nelson continuing to look strong as he has now put down 9 in a row. That's through the entire order. And that started out with the next batter, and that is center fielder Jonathan Torres. Torres with 2 down up in the 8th inning. And pitch in for a strike 0-1. Nelson's 0-1 and flared to the opposite field. Moving over, though, Ruggles has a beat on it, and another 1-2-3 inning, and that's 10 put down in a row by Andrew Nelson. So again, outside that 3rd inning has looked pretty solid, as we were just talking about. So we're going to move to the bottom of the 8th inning. Cougars up after scoring a couple last inning. They're down 8-2, and they will send up 9-1-2 when we return to Cuesta Field on Cuesta HD TV.
This program is produced by Cuesta Broadcasting. Start your radio, TV, and film career at Cuesta College.
New pitcher for the Chargers as we are back in the bottom of the 8th inning. It's Peyton Lovedale, right-hander out of Marina, as the first one hit in foul territory. A big crowd, and it is finally pulled in by the Chargers' Nicholas Rosso. Fouls out to register the first out. It was Moore who came on over and pulled that one in.
Stepping into the
So
box
one away,
base,
and we
6,
go to the
Marco
top of the order,
Murillo.
and the second baseman, Marco Murillo. Andrew Montanari scheduled to follow. Again, Lobdell coming in relief of Kane, who had 7 solid innings, had a lot of run support, gave up 2 runs on 2 hits as Murillo.
He was pitching well until the last inning, Randy.
Yeah. Lobdell 6.23 ERA, has no record. This is his 8th appearance, all of them in relief. Pitched actually just 4 1/3 so far this season, and the count 2-0 to Murillo. So coming in perhaps just to set up that 9th inning. Kind of hold the fort for an inning, as there's still a right-hander who may in fact be the closer, warming up right now and running the count to 3-0. the right-hander throwing right now is Alon Lycum, who has pitched some relief this year as well. And meanwhile, Murillo walking on 4 pitches against Lovedale. And aboard with 1 down, it's going to be Andrew Montanari next up.
Marco taking a page out of Zach's
Number
book.
8, Andrew Monari.
Walked on 4. Montanari with the bunt single that was the first hit of the game for the Cougars and started that 2-run inning. There with a runner first and 1 down in the bottom of the 8th inning. Breaking pitch. Taken inside for ball 1.
Was that 5 straight? 5 straight balls?
Yes, sir. As we mentioned, Lovedale limited action this year. And that would be 6. And
here
that's going to be Scott Pickler, head coach for...
A deliberate
there.
walk out to the mound.
Yes, and also a signal over the direction of the bullpen, it looked like. Is
that right?
Well, he was that or he was saluting the crowd by doffing his helmet. So that seemed to me that was going to be a...
Really?
Yes, and so they're going to pull him after the first
mid-count?
Mid-count after 6 balls.
That's interesting.
We got him some loaded action, and Scott Pickler explained the situation here. But, yeah, he was a couple steps out of the dugout and looked at the bullpen, took off the helmet.
That's curious.
And sent the signal.
Why would
So
you do
we'll
that?
have a pitching change.
I mean,
Concerned
mid-count.
about something, unless perhaps one of the reasons why Lovedale has not pitched so much might have been due to injury, and seeing if perhaps he was ready to go, and seeing that maybe there's another factor there that we're unaware of.
I rarely see that.
You do, but again, interesting situation. But again, partially might why he was so little used that perhaps he's.
How many
they were
innings
trying
has
to
he
make
pitched this?
4 1/3.
Oh, well, there you go.
And now he's over. Actually, he and Pickler are talking over there in the dugout, and explaining a little bit the situation and why the decision was made. They're also talking, looks like, with the pitching coach.
Well, if it's an injury,
well.
then this pitcher has as many pitches as he needs to warm up.
Pitching change for the Chargers.
Or again, it might have been that he'd been previously
Sophomore
injured
right-hander,
and
number
maybe tried to
2,
come, thought
Alon
maybe he was ready to
Houston.
come back, and maybe was not. Again, it's Alon Lycum, sophomore out of Brenner, who's coming to pitch, who's seen much more action on the year. 2.14 ERA over 17 appearances, has a 1-0 record. He's thrown 21 innings this year. No saves, but again, there's only 3 for the entire team this year. And the person who has 2 of those 3 is Gidley, who is not surprisingly the right-hander who's throwing now in the pen for the Chargers. So during all that, Cougars have been huddling up offensively. And Murillo goes back to first, and Montanari is in the box now. The count is 2-0. It's just now he's facing a new pitcher.
So if he walks him, it'll be charged to the previous pitcher, I believe.
I believe because there's 2 balls.
Right.
Correct. So Murillo moving off first. A 2-ball game in the 8th. And this one fired low near the outside. Another ball, 3-0.
7 pitches outside the strike zone, Randy, in a row.
That is correct.
And there's 8.
After Rosso's foul out, so Montanari will lob the bat, and he will head to first. Murillo will move to second. And speaking of walks, Zach Dominguez is coming up.
So
he's walked twice, and that leads to 51 for the year.
So what do you do here, Randy? Do you wait for a strike?
I
mean, that's his philosophy.
That's what I was gonna, that's why I asked before. He's going to be very patient and say, show that the pitcher has command of the strike zone.
And that's
so
what
far,
he's done all year. And now this is a
pretty-
golden opportunity to do
pretty
that.
high likelihood in trying to load the bases for Parker Hindle. So Gidley seems to be getting ready with a little more urgency. In fact, I think he's signaling he's ready right now. And that one's coming inside to Dominguez.
Wow, Zach.
Very inside, 1-0. And he was seemed rather upset at that one.
Right. Well, you have to remember he was just hit couple of days ago in the face. So
Yeah, that is not the funnest thing ever.
no, that's the last thing he wants here.
1-0.
And there's a
Strike. 1-1. You remember those.
a rare commodity here.
Yes, it is. 1-1 count. One down. We've got 2 on, bottom of the 8th in an 8-2 game. Cougars with a couple runs last inning. And trying to work their way back into it and have exactly the situation they want. With 2 on and the number 3 hitter at the plate. And he will look and thought he might make a bid. It went low, 2-1.
He's not just selective, Randy, but he really understands the strike zone.
And just a way of seeing the ball and being able to identify with enough time how it's going to work. 2-2, and you know what actually that is? We talked about it earlier. That's extrapolation.
Wow.
He sees where the ball is, and he's able to extrapolate the path of the ball and determine whether or not it's going to be a strike or not.
Wow, that's great.
It's like kind of like Ted Williams.
Well, now I was thinking about that too, actually, because that's exactly what his
How do you see
philosophy
the
was.
ball?
Right. How do you see it? And he studied hitting, and he understood the science of hitting.
2-2.
And there's
It's into left field, and it is a base hit. Murillo was going to be waved around, and then as they got the ball in a hurry, was sent back by Bob Miller and given the strong throw. That was the good move. Zach Dominguez, it's not a walk, it's a base hit. Murillo over third and Montanari over at second. Well, you were talking about the essence of hitting for a second. I thought you'd go George Brett and talk about the essence of
Stepping up to
shaving.
the plate and catching, number 21,
Very famous
Parker
commercial.
Hindle.
Oh,
He talks about the essence of hitting, and then for some reason he starts talking about the essence of shaving. It's one of the very distinctive player endorsement commercials of all time.
the essence of pine tar.
Yeah, the essence of pine tar, that's them's fighting words,
Yeah.
literally.
Yeah.
Especially get a little Billy Martin in there.
Yeah.
Of course, what wasn't a fighting word to Billy Martin? Bases loaded, 1 down, and it is Parker Hindle, and the pitch is low for a ball. Cougars, bases juiced, down 8-2.
And
Tremendous
that's-
opportunity
and
here.
that's what was key of Nelson pitching well outside that 1 inning.
And just signal came from the bullpen that Gidley is ready. And we'll see if as Pickler has shown he is unafraid to make a change mid-count. And in this case, it's 1-1. And Pickler is right there at the edge of the dugout, ready to walk in any moment. But clearly the signal came before that last pitch from the coach in the bullpen. So they're not going to, I don't think, take any chances if this doesn't work out for them. Pitch inside and fouled off by Hindle and then caromed into fair territory. 1-2. Murillo at third, Montanari at second, Dominguez at first, and Hindle at the plate. 1 down, bottom of the 8th. 8-2 game.
Now this is the key right here, Randy. Base hit probably drives in 2. Again, would cut the lead in half. I don't want to get ahead of myself here, but this is just critical.
I think he should be projecting.
Yeah.
1-2, taking a high 2-2. Look back, 2-2 pitch, curveball hanging high and hit high, and this should be deep enough to score a run. Over into left center is McWilliam tagging up. Here comes Murillo, and the throw will just come to short to cut off instead. The idea of Montanari going to third, so on the sac fly, Parker Hindle drives in a run. It is 8-3. It's also the second out of the inning, so runners at first and second with 2 down, bringing up Max Stewart.
Up to bat and playing right field, number 9, Max Stewart.
Max Stewart with an RBI single last time up in the 7th inning. We're in the bottom of the 8th here. Cougars scoring in the last couple innings. Again, appeal over to third base. Appeal denied. Coming to the plate, first pitch is going to be ripped right over to third, and easy force, in fact, a deliberately slow trot by Chavarria to go ahead and force Montanari for the third out. But the Cougars do pick up a run, and they do so on a hit, helped by a couple walks and then a sacrifice fly. 8 full done, and we go to the 9th inning. It is Chargers 8 and Cougars 3. Back after this on Cuesta HD TV.
This program is produced by Cuesta Broadcasting. Start your radio, TV, and film career at Cuesta College.